already, but I thought I'd say it twice. We're gonna do some outdoor piano bar for you today. Now here's the thing, it's not very humid, which is a gift, don't you think? But I'm still sweating. Now, I'm gonna say a few numbers, because you're gonna help me start this diva set of Broadway diva show tunes. The first song happens to be the opening number from the musical Chicago, which was brought to us on Broadway in 1975 by our first diva, Chita Rivera. But first, we're going to do the overture because every good show starts with an overture. Don't you agree? So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to say 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you speed the tempo up, I'm going to come for you, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sing-along now. Sing-along is the title of the event, but it's also instructions, okay? Here we go. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know I won't be the spot where the gin is cold, but that piano is hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. So lick your hair and wear your buckled shoes. Is gonna blow the blues. And try the father dip, it's delicious. And all that jazz, come on babe, we're gonna buddy hug. I want some aspirin down at United in case you shake apart and want a brand new start to do what? Very good. Jazz. Now we speak jazz. Skidoo. And all that jazz. What else? Ha-cha and whoopee. Very good. And all that jazz. Ha! Ha! It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. Listen, it's in the script, okay? Your husband ain't home, is he? No, her husband is not at home. Find a blast for playing fast and loose. And all that jazz right up here is where I store the juice. And all that jazz, come on babe, we're gonna brush the sky. I bet you're lucky Lindy never flew so high, cause in the stratosphere, nobody went in here to all that jazz. Oh, you're gonna see her shimmy shake and all that jazz. Oh, she's gonna shimmy till her garters break and all that jazz. Show her where to park her girdle. Oh, her mother's blood will curdle if she'd hear her baby's queer for all that jazz. Alright, so this next part is very participatory. We have to split into two groups. Non-theater people call them teams. All right? So Team A is gonna be Velma. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And Team B is gonna be everybody else. Oh, you're gonna see your shimmy, shimmy, shake. Some of us are gonna sing the verse, some of us are gonna sing the bridge. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I know it's a bit early for counterpoint, but I think we're gonna do all right. And then C, if you don't mind. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, and all that jazz. I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz. Start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold when I'm in his house. Just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And all of that. So that's final, huh, Fred? I'm afraid so, Roxy. Oh, Fred. And then we all repeat, oh, Fred. I know we didn't rehearse, so we're gonna have to do this, and we're gonna wing it, all right? Oh, Fred. Yeah. Nobody walks out on me. But sweetheart, don't you sweetheart me, you son of a... It's Times Square in the middle of the day. I don't know what I can say, all right? Spoiler alert, she shoots him. In the opening number, really. If you got there late, miss it anyway. All right, here we go. No, no one's like mine. Oh, I love my life and all that jazz. That's right, we are doing divas this afternoon. Do you like your divas? Do you like your Broadway divas? So we just represented Chita Rivera, who brought that song to Broadway in 1975, and also our dearly departed Anne Ranking, who brought it back to Broadway in the 90s. It is now the, what do they say? It's the longest running American musical on Broadway. It's a very clever marketing ploy they've got going on. But now we're going to talk about Ethel Merman, and Bernadette Peters, and Tyne Daly, and Angela Lansbury, and Imelda Staunton, and Patti LuPone. I had a dream about you, baby. It's gonna come true, baby. They think that we're through, but baby, you'll be swell, you'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now. Everything's coming up roses. Clear the decks, clear the tracks. We've got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow. Honey, everything's coming up roses. Now's your day. Stand the world on its ears. Set it to spin. That'll be just the beginning. Curtain up, light the lights. We've got nothing to hit but the heights. In the heights, we'll be swell, we'll be great. There's the bell, just you wait. That lucky star I talk about is you. Honey, everything's coming up roses for me and for you. We can do it. All I need is a hand. I'm a Leo, keep it going. We can do it. Mama is gonna see to it. Curtain up, light the lights. We've got nothing to hit but the heights. It'll be swell, wait and see. There's the bell, follow me. Nothing's gonna stop us till we're through. Honey, everything's coming up roses and daffodils. Everything's coming up sunshine and Santa Claus. Everything's gonna be bright lights and lollipops. Everything's coming up roses for me and for you. That's right. Now, I noticed some of us aren't singing along, and that's adorable. a choice. Now I know that Gypsy is a very obscure piece of musical theater. It didn't win the Tony in 1959 and we're all still very pissed about it, alright? Do you know why it didn't win the Tony in 1959? Because The Sound of Music tied with Fiorello for the only tie in Best Musical History. I have a master's degree in this crap, can you believe it? Alright, now, speaking of Sound of Music, we're going to talk about some other divas that don't get mentioned that much, like Mary Martin. Remember Mary Martin? Yes. Our very own Peter Pan, exactly. This song she brought to Broadway and then was made famous in a little movie version of Sound of Music. No one saw it. It was very obscure. Like, someone named Julie Andrews, I don't know. She did it in the movie, but, you know, it is what it is. And I think I'm going to help this little problem we have of not singing along, because this song literally teaches you the song. And guess where it starts? At the very beginning, which is a very good place to start. When you read, you begin with ABC. Oh, thank God. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. What? Do, Re, Mi. Again. Do, Re, Mi. The first three notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Again. Do, Re, Mi. I don't believe you. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. I've always wanted to ask Fräulein Maria why the first lesson is the first three notes of the scale, and the second lesson is the rest of the scale. No offense, but we're talking about 7 homeschool children here, Maria. Let's make it a little bit easier, okay? Do, D, a female D. Then what? A drop of golden sun. Sing out, Louise, sing out! A name I call mine. Then what? A long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Follow so T, a drink of jam and bread. That will bring us back to Do-O from the top. So, a needle pulling thread. A note to follow so T, a drink of jam and bread. Twice is enough. Don't you think? You see, kids, Do, Re, Mi, and So On are just the tools we use to build songs. I know you know all the words. I see you. I see you in those gorgeous green garage doors. Lids. Trust me, I know from my makeup. Look at me. Alright. Anyway, Do, Re, Mi, and So On are just the tools we use to build songs. We can make up infinite songs, y'all, by mixing them up. Like this. So, Do, La, Fa, Mi, Do, Re. Alright, one more time for the cheap seats. So, Do, La, Fa, Mi, Do, Re. Very good. Right, that connects with So, Do, La, Ti, Do, Re, Do. Again, with the orchestra. So, Do, La, Fa, Mi, Do, Re. So, Do, La, Ti, Do, Re, Do. Do you know what happens next? Someone says, but it doesn't mean anything! Brigitte. I think we can all agree that Brigitte's a problem. She's a little 9-year-old problem poking holes in Maria's argument the entire time. And she says, but it doesn't mean anything. So we put in words, Brigitte. One word for each note, like this. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Do, mi, so, re, fa, fa, la, ti. Double time. Do, mi, so, re, fa, fa, la, ti, ti. When you know la, ti, ti, notes to re, fa, fa, la, ti, ti. You can sing most any. Rat-a-tat, Brigitte. Do, dear, a female dear. Re, a drop of golden sun. Be a name I call myself. A long, long way to run. So, needle pulling thread. hurts. Believe me, you should be appreciative. I just saved you 6 figures. MFAs are expensive, y'all. So, it was so hard. They told me I had a half an hour to do a Broadway diva set, and I started making my set list, and I had I thought 45 songs might be appropriate for half an hour, but it turns out time doesn't work the way I want it to. So we're just gonna pick some of my favorites, and I hope there's some of yours too, because now we're gonna talk about Idina Menzel. Oh, you've heard of her? Good, yeah. This is from an off-Broadway show Idina did. And you can snap with me, it'll be good for you. Now here's the thing about playing piano with 2 hands. You can't snap the whole time, so you're gonna be in charge of the snapping. Who needs money? Not me. Who needs fortune or fame? I don't need a new career, a sympathetic ear, a name. All I need is time to find a new on the game. Point me to the mic. I know what I like. Don't you wanna be the life of the party? Don't you wanna be the cream of the crop? Don't you wanna feel those shivering fits till someone calls it quits or someone calls a cop? Don't you wanna live the role of a lifetime? Well, you better get down on one knee, 'cause you can play the life of the party and you can pray with me. Who needs lovers? Not I. Who needs help involved? Don't have time for things unsaid, for baking bread, for love. All I need is room to fight, hand in fisted glove. Point me to the sky. It's my turn to fly. Don't you wanna be the life of the party? Don't you wanna be the top of the heap? And this is where the jamboree never ends. Why not be counting friends instead of counting sheep? If you wanna join the heavenly choir, hurry up and get yourself in line. But don't you pass the life of the party until you pass the wine. Let the drinks pour, let the crowd roar, let the heavens wildly cheer. Till the sunrise brings back goodbyes, I'll be here, never fear. Well, who's it gonna be? The life of the party. Who's it gonna be now? The queen of the hill. Don't you wanna be there running the show until it's time to go, until it's time to kill? Well, don't you ever wanna be somebody to envy? Don't you wanna be footloose and free? Well, you could be the life of the party if you were born like me, yeah. Thank you very much. And now for less obscure Idina. I feel like there's 2 kinds of people in the world. People who unabashedly love this next song, and people who lie about it, okay? I expect embarrassingly loud singing along on this one. The snow goes right on a mountain at night, not a footprint to be seen. The kingdom of my isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like a swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. toll on me. How's everybody's day going? Are you guys having a good time? Now, just about me. I'm Brandon James Gwynn. You can follow me on Instagram at BrandonJamesG. If you go to websites still, which is a thing of the past apparently, you can find me at BrandonJamesGwynn.com. That's Gwinn. Gwen Stefani spells it wrong. Okay. No. And a shameless plug, I have an album that just came out in June called Bullet. And you can listen to it on Spotify or Amazon or wherever you get your music. And if you'd like a coaster, I do have these available, and I'll even sign it for you if you find me after the show. All right, now we can't do a Dina without doing Kristen. It's the rules. I don't make up the rules. All right, here we go. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her my new philosophy. Miss B, I'm she. Look, see, a D, a D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy. Why are you telling me my new philosophy? Now I have to play both parts. That's great, Sally. I'm gonna go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor. No. That's a good philosophy. No. That's your philosophy, huh? Yes. I mean, no. It's like a busy bee. Each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving when life's a dizzy maze on alternating days. I choose a different phrase. Your new philosophy. But Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear. Leave your message at the sound of the tone. Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in it. Some take a lifetime, mine take a minute. But Sally, anything that takes only a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 6 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony. Bye! Have a good afternoon. I clear a room like nobody's business. Even in Times Square. I can't stand it! It's in the script. What? I can't stand it? I like it! It's like a guarantee. Each new philosophy, and things are sort of a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah? That's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy. Much more philosophy-y with my brand new. You know, someone once said that we should live each day as if it were the last day of our life. Help me, it's the last day! Those people left! They didn't like me enough to stay for the rest of the song! Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy. Did you remember that one? That's from the revival of Charlie Brown in 1999. Some of you weren't born then. That's so depressing, isn't it? People who can drink were born in the year 2000. Chew on that. Yeah. Oh God. All right. Oh, what time is it? Am I coming in for a landing? Not quite yet. You know, we talked about Patti LuPone earlier. Did you know that Patti LuPone created the role of Fantine in Les Mis? Not on Broadway, but in the West End. You know what I'm talking about. Do you know who played her on Broadway? You got it? Oh, she's almost got it. I can hear the wheels cooking. If you don't get this right, I quit. I'm kidding. It was Randy Graff, the great, wonderful Randy Graff. So we're going to celebrate both of those ladies by doing a song from Les Mis right now, as soon as I find it on the iPad of Wonders. All right. There we go. Would never
your dreams to sing.
Who's singing? You sound gorgeous. Oh, you're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Curtain Up. In 5 minutes, the Dear White People panel songs right now. Taking away stage. Let's see, in 5 minutes, the Dear White People.
Thank you, Five.
He left a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in its stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dreamed he'll come to me, and we can live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed. We missed this film for our live studio audience. I've always wanted to take volunteers. If I didn't like my hair so much, I would take volunteers to come up and shave me bald while I cry and sing that song. It worked for Anne Hathaway. She got an Oscar, okay? All right, speaking of Patti LuPone, now I'm not trying to play favorites, but Patti LuPone is my favorite diva, and don't get it twisted, okay? Any Patti LuPone fans? That works. Any Patti LuPone fans in the audience? Is she here? Oh, she's in rehearsal for like she has to rehearse. How dare you? Anyway, so Patti LuPone is the best thing on the planet, and she created the role of Ava in Evita in 1979 or 80. I don't know. Somebody check my facts. All right, 78. Maybe out of town. Google that some more. All right, we're gonna do the big song from that show. It won't be easy. You'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel. Sweaty. That I still need your love after all that I've done. You won't believe me. All you see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up to the nines. At 6s and 7s with you. I had to let it happen. I had to change. Couldn't stay all my life down at heel, looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around, trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my royalties, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in. Oh, it seemed to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions. They are not the solutions they promise to be. The answer is here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. And then we hum. All right, Dos Camisados, here we go. That's what's in the score, I swear to God. It's 30 adults. adult standing on stage, not moving and humming. It's riveting. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise and don't keep your distance. Alright, and then there's a little tag on the end of this song. Now, if you've read Patty's book like you should, you'll know that she gestured in time to the orchestra after this little tag. And the gestures were named, it's in her book, I'm not making this up. You're gonna do them with me, get your hands ready. Warm them up. You go, I love you, and then you put your arms up in a V. I'm fabulous. Ready? So it goes, bam, bam, bam. But here's the kicker. On the fourth note, you drop your chin to the right. So it goes, I love you, I'm fabulous, I'm Jesus. It's in the book, okay? I didn't make this up. Ready? Have I said too much? There is nothing more I can think of to say to you. But all you have to do is look at me to know that every word is true. I love you, I'm fabulous, I'm Jesus. Take it up with Patty, All right. I hate to say this to you, but I have one song left before I have to let you go. But I will be back at 3 o'clock, where we'll be doing Broadway pop hits. So things that, well, I mean, I'm older than you think I am. I'm much older than I look. So I think Rent is contemporary, and it won the Pulitzer. It won the Pulitzer in '96. So we'll see what the next set is. But anyway, before we go, I think we have to do one of the best and one of the most famous diva songs made famous on Broadway in 65 by Barbra Streisand. And then she won the Tony, and then she tied for the Oscar. You know that? She tied for the Oscar for this, I believe, with Katharine Hepburn. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Here we go! Putter. Life's candy and the sun's a bowl of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I've simply got to. If someone takes a spell, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I march my band down, I'll beat my drums, and if I'm bad now, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't fake it, I guess I didn't make it. But whether I'm the rose of your perfection, the freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the cinder or the shiny apple of its eye, I gotta fly once, I gotta try once, only can die once, right sir? Oh, life is juicy, juicy, and you see I've gotta have my punch, sir. Get ready for me, love, cause I'm a lover. I simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live one flow for the ocean, one for the golden, eye on the target, one shot, one gunshot, one bam. Hey, Mr. Arnstein, here I am. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. I'll march my band and shout, I'll beat my drum, and if I'm bad now, your turn at that, sir. At least I didn't take it hot, sir. I guess I didn't make it. Get ready for me, love, cause I'm a hammer. I simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Nobody knows, nobody is gonna rain on piano. Broadway's back, y'all.
Give it up one more time for Brandon James. All right, thank you everybody for joining us at the Piano Bar. Be sure to stop by the coffee kiosk. Their marshmallow latte is my personal favorite. Isn't this great? Broadway is back. The theater district is well and alive. Thank you all for joining us. As you can hear right now, we're starting our next main stage event, Dear White People, presented by Netflix. Join Candy Burris as she hosts a conversation with stars of Netflix series Dear White People and Broadway celebrities discussing the crossover of theater, TV, film, and the remarkable steps towards diversifying the arts by members of the community. Panelists include Mark Richardson, Logan Browning, Deron Wharton, and Brian Torella Clark. Make your way right over there to main stage and join us. Thank you. We got a 3-day full of programming for Curtain Up, Times Square.
Broadway as a producer. And I'm a producer in the show, not some of the